I am back. Hey peeps, it's been a while. It's been a little over almost 15 days since I've posted a video. I went underground. We've made it through the holiday of Thanksgiving. The tree is now being put up. I had family in town. I had a curveball thrown at me where we watched our grandchildren. That's right, I'm a sexy grandpa at 48. I had 3 boys, which are 3, 5, and 7, and they graced us with their presence while their mom was in California for 6 days. For 6 days, there was no video creation. There was no time to think, let alone create. So, I'm here because of the No Small November Challenge update. Tomorrow is the 30th. At the beginning of the month, my wife and I came up with an idea. Actually, it was kind of her idea and I piggybacked on it. And that was to create a documentary of my journey of finding a lucky penny, trading it till I got to a Winnebago, driving Route 66 to LA to the Jay Leno show in 2009. That journey was a huge impact in my life, and I wanted to create something, because it's No Small November, something so big that I could never think about even challenging such a topic, but I did. In the midst of all the turmoil and in the midst of having 15 days of having people here and dealing with their stuff, I continued to create. Now there was days where I was like, there's no way I can do anything, so I just set it to the side, but created the process in my head of things that I wanted to do, so it never stopped. But when you create a documentary, I posted a little while back in one of the first updates that I went and sought advice from somebody that's created documentaries. Then, because I didn't know how to put the story together, then I showed you how I put everything in place. I gathered all the footage, I put it all in one place. I did that, and then I came up with 4 parts on how I wanted to do the documentary. So that was the 4 guiding principles that I was going to do. Let me show you, let me do a little recap for those of you who have not tuned in. And so this is just an update on how I created. So remember, I came up with the 4 parts. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Then I put a theme to those parts, and then I went from there. Now originally this documentary was going to be 25 minutes. It was pretty apparent after part 2, when I was at 38 minutes, that there was no way I was going to create a 25-minute documentary. And so I had to readjust my thinking. My thinking was who's going to watch a 38-minute part 2 video, and then my part 3 was going to probably be at least another 30 minutes, and part 4 to close it will be about 15. We're now over almost an hour and a half. And so who's going to do that, and how do I justify it? So my next plan is as I went and found 10 people of different backgrounds, people that have known the story, didn't know everything about the story, people that have never heard the story. And what I did was when each part was done, I would send them my version on Google Drive and say, can you please watch this? Here, let me set you down for a second. Now, the reason I did this is that I realized that people's attention spans are short, especially in today, the vlogging world in general. So who's gonna watch 38 minutes? Nobody's gonna watch 38 minutes. So am I creating something that nobody's gonna watch? A story that's so impactful in my life, but nobody's gonna watch it? So I set the ground rules, and the ground rules were, I'm going to send you this link. I want you to push play, and at any point along the way that you feel that you need to hit stop to check to see how much more time there was in the video, I need you to mark that time, and I need you to tell me what that time is, because maybe that's the time I need to edit down to, or I need to change. Part 1 was 7 minutes. It's just the setup and the background. Part 2 was the setup of how I found the penny and made all the trades and got ready to leave for LA. I was waiting for the input from these 10 people. What was said was surprising. All of them watched all 38 minutes. One said at 18 minutes and 50 seconds, he hit stop just to kind of see, because that's where he felt like the story maybe slowed down a little bit. So he hit stop, and it was at 18 minutes and 50 seconds. He goes, it was so compelling to watch through that he just wanted to continue watching. He goes, so when I hit stop, I checked the time, and then I hit play. Within 30 seconds, I never checked the time again until it was done. I think it blew, because everything we do in the YouTube world, it kind of blew my mind away. But the story is not just a talking head. It is video footage that I had from the journey, intermingled with me talking and some testimonials. So I was blown away and encouraged to create part 3. Part 3 was the journey, the morning the news cameras showed up at before I left, all the way to the journey out to LA and the journey back from LA to selling Winnie. And it is 44 minutes long. To my dismay, everyone watched all 44 minutes. The final chapter is 22 minutes. There's only 2 people that have seen it so far. I'm not going to send it to everyone because I've decided at this point I'm going to just leave it as is and let whoever watches be able to see the full version. So that leads me to my next question. When I upload tomorrow, which is the deadline for the premiere that I wanted for No Small November, when I upload tomorrow, it will be, I don't know what time. It's a Friday, it's a bad time to upload videos. I was thinking of doing like a noon premiere and let it go out. Although I'm sitting at 111 minutes. 111 minutes. Let that sink in for your watch time minutes. Let that sink into your retention times. Let that sink, just let that sink in of 111 minutes. Who is going to watch? I've created a movie. No Small November turned into No Small Movie. Oh my gosh. I'm very blessed for the story, and I'm very blessed that it happened to me and I got to participate. But to sit here and think that I just created a 111-minute documentary that I'm not quite sure anyone will really watch is kind of cool in a way. And I credit the community, I credit the challenge that was put forth. And I did not get to create all the vlogs I wanted to create on the updates that I was hoping to do because of the circumstances. But the fact is that here we are doing No Small November, and I stayed the course, and I'm proud of that fact. And I've created something that my heart, it's really moving for me. So I thank the community. If any of you would like to watch, you will see November 30th that I will post the full version as the premiere. There's another thing that I have perplexing in my mind is do I post it 2 different ways? Way number 1 would be the full version, 111 minutes. Way number 2, I'm thinking about doing a 4-part mini-series and posting each part in the series in a playlist that people could watch this section, and then if they desire they can watch this section and then this section and this section. And which one would be more dynamic? Or maybe I just upload it those 2 different ways. So this is my thought process. I think I'll start with the full version, and then I will do it in the segments and break the segments out and put it on my Facebook creator page in the segments. That will drive traffic on that too. But it is rendering right now. It's 17.5 gigs. Amazing to me. I don't know if I'll have to compress it. I've never made anything this long, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Anyway, so would you like to see part of the opening? How about I show you part of the opening? Just a snippet of the opening. I would just like maybe cut it in, but I just decided I'm just gonna use the camera and hit play because I think it's more raw that way maybe, I don't know. So let me pull this over and I'm gonna just show you until I start talking. I'm just gonna show you the opening of it. I'm kind of excited. Can you tell? I'm starting to not see dreams as much as I am starting to see purpose. See, dreams are things your mind entertains as fun and full of fantasy, but purpose grabs the heart and changes the world. It's interesting, really. We start with a lucky penny to start living out a dream, to turning to God, and finding a purpose. In God we trust. 4 words with a big impact on a simple penny. Todd Conitzer, February 9th, 2009. What'd you think? Huh? Yes, it has been quite the No Small November. So I just wanted to give an update on how I created it, the steps I took. I was originally wanting to do probably 6 different update vlogs along the way, and I didn't get to do that. Was able to at least show you some of the stuff that I did to get to where I was at. The footage itself was, I had a lot of it from just the journey, and then the interviews were intermingled in, so I hope you really enjoy it. If you end up deciding to watch it, I would appreciate that, and I hope you will leave watching that feeling encouraged and uplifted and full of hope, because it is quite the amazing journey, all from a penny found on the ground. Deuces. I think in December I go back to vlogging, and I'm looking forward to that because I have a number of vlogs I want to get kicked out, but No Small November is exactly how I wanted it to turn out. So I hope you guys created something that you're proud of as well. Later.